Welcome, Olivia Kincanon, head coach of Houghton softball. Olivia Carr, pitcher, utility player, a little bit of a jack of all trades, everything. Player, leader on the team. Coach, we'll first start with you. First year coach from the area, Buffalo area, as a player and an assistant at the D2 level, and now first head coaching job. Talk a little bit about coming to Houghton and what that experience has been like so far.
I mean, it's been absolutely amazing. I think all the experience I was able to get at these different programs definitely led me to being in this position, and I think all the girls here have been absolutely amazing. Everyone's responding really well to what we're trying to do here. I have nothing but the utmost faith in these girls. They've been absolutely exceeding my expectations, so it's definitely something that it's really cool to see everyone collectively coming together here to form something that's going to end up being really special going into this year.
Okay, you've had a few weeks of practices, not ideal conditions. Welcome to Western New York. A lot of snow on the ground, but it's great having this facility. What have you been able to do to get the ladies ready for this season, given your practices inside and limited outdoor access?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would say we have probably the best facilities in the Empire 8. Not a lot of schools get to say they have an amazing field house to be able to get some live reps. So we've been able to do a lot of defense, which not a lot of other schools are able to do, especially being on gymnasium floors. So having the high ceilings, having batting cages that we get to utilize as well, all of that really helps. So it's definitely made it more game-like and more realistic, which I think is only going to help us going into games, because now we're going to be more prepared, making everything a little bit more situational going into games. So I definitely would say that we're more prepared going into it than maybe some other schools who don't have these types of facilities.
And Liv, with you've been here for a little bit, transferred in. What's it like adjusting to a new coach, new philosophies, and how has that adjustment been?
Honestly, the adjustment's been pretty easy. So coming from both my other programs, I competed in the SUNYAC and Empire 8 before, so featuring basically similar competition all over again. Seeing teams that I faced in the past is really, really good, and seeing the adjustment obviously change is nothing new to me, as this is college number 3. But we're really excited for Coach Liv. We've anytime we have anything that kind of conflicts with each other, we talk it through and we kind of find the compromises, which works really well.
What are you going to have to do to, what are some of the goals that you guys have set for this year, and maybe some personal goals for you, Liv, and for Coach Kincanon, some team goals coming in, establishing that culture?
So culture is definitely one of our biggest goals this year, kind of just creating that more team atmosphere that's kind of a family. Personally, I definitely want to fix some things, including my changeup, because that's been a struggle throughout all of college, but we're working on it. It's going to get there. And I think just as a staff as a whole, I'm really excited to see the girls just kind of grow a lot, especially with our freshmen.
Yeah, I'd even say, like, from an athletic standpoint, I definitely think expectation-wise, we have a lot higher of expectations. I think we are aiming for a higher record this year, which of course you always are, but that's definitely something that we've been looking towards going into this year, is aiming higher than what it's been in years past. Also, I think just like from a personal standpoint, my goal is I want to see these girls grow and succeed off the field as well, as people in their jobs, and I want them to leave Houghton here ready for the real world. So that's definitely something that I'm looking to have them grow in, not only athletically, but also in the real world as well.
And we mentioned a little bit about the weather, about to head down south now. I don't anticipate any snow in the forecast where you guys are heading in Florida. What's important to learn about your team during those first 10 to 12 games in a 7-8 day period?
I definitely say for me, coaching-wise, this gives me a really good opportunity to see all the girls in action, get them a lot of reps, get them that experience, just because, again, we can only do so much being in Western New York right now. So I think being able to get that experience on the field, having it also be non-conference as well, I think that's also going to take some of the first game jitters out, be able to get them those reps and those experiences. So now whenever we finish those games and we kind of see the mistakes maybe that we made, we can readjust that going into games once we are able to play here.
What do you enjoy about those trips for teamwork, camaraderie, just the family atmosphere?
We love the atmosphere, 100% everything just kind of creates all the big bonds. I mean, we're all in one house for an entire week together. It's really great, but then also just before we go, we've been forming the really good habits of like watching the film, seeing all the other teams, and recognizing like all the traits that we need to compete with the next couple of weeks.
And you've only been here a short time, but you've stepped into a leadership role. What is important? Why is that important? And what are you trying to get the girls to learn as a college athlete, especially with some younger players on the team this year?
I feel like leadership is kind of something that I never really necessarily strived for, but it kind of just happened. We have a lot of freshmen, and a lot of them just would kind of come to me based on the fact that I would go to them first and just kind of invite them to things, and just kind of being the oldest person on the team now kind of had just put me there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I want to create that culture where everybody feels a lot more welcomed, which is something that was difficult in my other schools.
Very good. Thank you, and good luck this week. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank
Thanks.
you.